Hey Stacy, how you doing? Yesterday we had a lot of difficulty with the web, the internet rather. How you doing, Robert? And I got booted 3 times in the afternoon and 2 times in the evening, so you really didn't miss a whole lot. Did everybody get the PDFs for today? Everybody get the PDFs? Okay, I'm just going to wait for the chat again to populate. But here's what I was talking about yesterday. This is the Charlie Wilcoxon book. That's the Modern Rudimental Swing Solos. All right, and the additional book, this is a brand new copy, 150 Rudimental Drum Solos. So we're going to be doing some work here and there from these two books. And today, what we're going to do, you have to have the PDFs, Robert. Hi, bunga. All right. I'm not going to go over there now and do that. We're going to work on two things. The PDF sheet, which is actually a page from that Rudimental Swing book. And we're going to work on formula number 8, the triplet rolls. How you doing, Dennis? Okay, so that's what we're going to be working with and working on. So let's just wait for at least 2 or 3 more people to get into the chat, and I'll begin the lesson. All right, the first part, let me start the lesson. The first part of the lesson has to do with the paradiddle. Old dog. Did you get the PDF, old dog? Diddle fun? Okay. There's 5 different figures I like to work with. First, it's the single paradiddle with the accent on the first stroke of the paradiddle. And it's in 16th note formation, which is 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. But I'm going to do this really very, very slow so we can understand where the level is. Now, I've gone over the paradiddle thousands of times, and I will go over them a million more times if need be, because you need to get it right so you practice right and develop. So, it's the first. We have 3 different motions. You know, I'm not going to talk into body language and moving your body like you're dancing or whatever. I'm going to show you what the sticks should be doing. My starting position for the first guy is this. I'm up here like this. Okay, so my right hand is in the full stroke position, my left hand is in the downstroke position. I want to nail an accent on the first stroke. So it will be 1. Now look at the sticks. They're equal distance to the drum. Now, the second stroke is an E, but that has to be an upstroke. So I say, why does that have to be an upstroke? Well, look at your up and coming left. It's going to be an accent, right? So you got to put yourself in position. So I have up. Now I have 2 rights in a row, which are tap, tap. Now I'm in position to do number 2. 2, up, tap, tap. 3, up, tap, tap. Down, up, tap, tap. Down, up, tap, tap. But notice now the sound was consistent. When I nail the right hand accent and when I nail the left hand accent, both were equalized in volume. The upstroke and the tap were equalized in volume. Okay, so let me just do it in tempo. 1. 3, E, and a, 4, E, and a, 1, E, and a, 2, E, and a, 3, E, and a, 4, E, and a. And that's the first one. It's pretty simple. Hey, Jim, how you doing? It's buffering. It's going to be buffering, and there's nothing I can do. Reload, refresh your browser. It's because of the fact, all right, there is a tremendous amount of traffic on the internet. What is normal for a 1 p.m. lesson and the traffic, when all of this didn't start with the virus thing, it was fine. But now, what was normal, let's do 5 times that. That's what's going on. There's too many people on the web. It cannot support it. So try to refresh your buffering. How you doing, Jim? Okay, Robert? And that should work. Okay, so now, yeah, I got a cutoff. And yeah, it is buffering. Jesus. Telemarketing I hate. I always forget to do something. I forgot to take the phone off the hook. Let it ring. Ay, ay, ay. So anyway, you got the first guy. You can't practice this enough. Down, up, tap, tap, down, up, tap, tap. Now I'm placing the accent on the downbeat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the next movement, we're taking the accent and moving it over to the E of 1. Now I'm doing these separately, but once you get all of them down, you want to do from line 1 to 5, back and forth, back and forth. So line number 2, the accent, instead of playing on the downbeat, is going to be played on the E. So my starting position is going to be a little different. My first stroke is a right, but the first stroke has to be a tap. 1. Okay? The next stroke is an E. Downstroke. And da. I'm up. Because now I'm going to go 2, E, and da. 3, E, and da. 4, E, and da. 1, E, and da. 2, E, and da. 3, E, and da. 4, E, and da. Now you see the relaxation there? How you doing, Paul? Okay, you see how it works? Now that takes care of number 1 and number 2. On number 3, we're going to double up on the accent. Now the sticking starts in a different, the paradiddle sticking starts in a different place. The sticking pattern is going to be right, left, left, right, left, right, right, left. Now what's going to happen with that, the doubles are going to be accented. So I'm going to start off in this position because my first accent is a left-hand accent. So now, and it's 2 in a row. So now what I'm going to do, the first stroke is a tap. 1, E is a free stroke, and is a downstroke, da is an upstroke. And I say, whoa, why is that an upstroke? Well, look at your next up-and-coming accent. It's a right. So I have 2, E, and da. 3, E, and da. 4, E, and da. Get it so far, guys? You got it, Paul? Robert's got it. How about you, Stacy, Renzo, Jim, Dennis, Old Dog? All right. So the accent shifted to the E and, that was the doubles. Now the accent is going to remain for the next 2, or 3 rather, on accenting the doubles. But the doubles now are going to be shifted to a different place. I look at number 4, and I have the paradiddle sticking right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left. but my doubles are going to be accented. So if I do number 4, it's going to be up, tap, freeze. No, I'm sorry. Whoa, Matt, give me a break. It's going to be number 4 rather. It's going to be 1, E, and the, 2, E, and the, 3. Do we understand that? Whether it's a problem or not, the thing is, you know, you could blow out on these things playing fast. I mean, there's drummers watching this of all different levels, and I'm sure that you guys can play them at 150, 200, whatever. But I'm demonstrating this not only for the benefit of the beginner, but for the seasoned player. The slower you play this and reinforce what is natural, the stronger, cleaner, and faster you will become. It's simple. Okay, so now, let's do the last one, number 5. Any questions so far? Any questions? All right, the last one, number 5. It's actually line number 7 in the stick control book, but we're accenting the doubles. So my starting position again is going to be here, okay, because I have 2 right hand accents. So I'm going to have 1, E. Now I got to come up because now I'm in position to nail the next up and coming accents. The, 2, E, and the, 3, E, and the, 4, E, and the. Now, if you do it slow, like I just mentioned, you're better off doing that. What's that? No questions? Okay, you could say that, Renzo. Okay, you spammed that where I found them. I did. I don't know. Now, the next step would be playing all the right-hand accents on the floor tom-tom and all the left-hand accents, okay, on the small tom-tom. But first, you want to nail it on one surface. Each one. Do it 1,000,000 times, each line. When you feel good about that, and the things change somewhat because of the motion is going to change, and the sticking position because of the placement of the accents will change. So you do line 1 as many times as you like, and without stopping, make the change clean to line 2, and do that another 1,000,000 times. If you feel good about that, make the change to line 3, 4, 5, and so on and so forth. Now, don't go to the drum set and start nailing the accents. Once you get it on one surface, playing it on the drum set is a piece of cake, because now you're sitting at the drum set and you're in command of what you're doing, and man, you could place that right hand any place you want, and that left hand any place you want. That's where the strength begins and starts to shine. You need to do it slowly. Okay? So I'm going to come back to this tonight at 7 p.m. We're going to review the one surface, and we're going to play them line to line without stopping. And then if you got that, I will demonstrate to the different voices. Now, Mr. Renzo suggested, I believe it was formula number 8. I think, is that right, Renzo? Formula number 8? That would be, come on, a 7, everything but 8. Hold on. Okay, that 8 would be the triplet roll. Okay? Come on. So, what I'm going to do, and I actually got this from Stick Control, the book. Most of them I did. So number 8 is a triplet roll. Mr. Mante, we're all fine. We're all doing good. All right, if I didn't send it to you, Stacy, I'll look at all the mail. And if I didn't send it to you, Robert, I usually do. Okay. Now, I'll send it to you after the lesson. I apologize. Now, a triplet roll. Things get confusing with the language of drumming. When I say triplet roll, right away, it's 3 rights and 3 lefts. That is not a triplet roll. That is 3 strokes with the right, 3 strokes with the left, in triplet, eighth note triplet formation. A triplet roll swings because it's like you're doing syncopation. So what I do when I play this triplet roll, I'm counting eighth note triplets to start. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. Now I'm going to play that particular counting system I just did on one surface, no accents. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. That's eighth note triplets. Sure, technically if I double up on it, it would be 16th note triplets. And the reason why I wrote it in the eighth with the slash, it makes it simpler. Believe me, if I did this in 16th note formation, this formula, man alive, would everybody be confused. So just before we even hit the book, let's create some exercises with the triplet roll. What I do with a triplet roll is I double the count. 1 and, I don't double the count, I double the stroke on the count, excuse me. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the. Okay, that's as fast as I want to go right now. So let's develop some exercises so you get the feel for it. What I'm going to do is play one measure, or I'm going to constantly play measures of the eighth note triplet, but on the count of 4, I'm going to play the triplet roll. I'll do it slow, and I'm going to just keep repeating that. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you get that down, 1, 2, 3. That's the first one. Now, you want to work on that. That's one particular exercise. Well, now you want to maintain that same zone now. You're thinking eighth note triplets, and you're going to extend the triplet roll. We started the triplet roll on 4 and that first exercise. This time we're going to add to that. We're going to go 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1. Everybody follow me so far? So now I extended the roll. I started the roll from 3 as opposed to 4. So now we just established 2 different exercises. We're playing eighth note triplets. We're tagging on a triplet roll on the count of 4. The next one, we're counting eighth note triplets, but we're tagging a triplet roll starting on the 3rd downbeat. And now we're going to progress now. We're going to take the same eighth note triplet, but this time we're going to start the roll on 2. So we have 1 and 2 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? We understand this so far. Give me a yes or a no or hell no or can you do that again thing. Okay. And now the last one, it's just a triplet roll over and over again. Because now we're doing the roll on the counts of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we all understand that. Okay. That's just something that you want to do. You can make up your own exercise. For example, you could do one measure of eighth note triplets and one measure of an eighth note of the triplet roll. You don't want to go too fast. My hands are real tight right now. I can't go fast right now, so we're going to do the triplets. 2, here's another exercise. Now triplet roll. Now, it's extremely important to work with a metronome with these particular exercises. So, this is before you even get to formula number 8. It's an exercise. Hang out with it. Have a good old time. Now, you have the workbook. Not the workbook, the formulas. We're on the first page of the triplet rolls. Stick, control, formula number 8. Now, I got these, and you could do them with the syncopation, but I figured I'd give you some things from the stick control book, which it is, stick control formulas. So if you look at the first line, notice that 1, 2, 3, 4 is accented. How did I get it from the stick control book? Well, if I look at the stick control book first line, swung, I'm going to have 1 and 2 and 3, 4, So I interpret now the stick control book with I eliminate the lefts and just play the rights. So the rights are going to fall on 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we understand that. Now, what I'm doing to add to the interpretation is leaving the blanks. I mean, adding the blanks and as the triplet roll. So I'm coming to the counts of 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, don't get confused because the accents are going to shift to the first line, to the right hand, and to the left hand. Okay, so with the interpretation, anything that is not there with that interpretation, you're filling in with the triplets, but the blank triplets that are not there, you're playing the roll. So if I did line 1 slow, and you notice I'm just accenting 1, 2, 3, 4, that's the stick control book. So now I have 1 and 2 and 4. Now, some of you guys can play them pretty fast. Some of you just don't want to play fast. You want to equalize that sound. That's going to make your roll clean. But it's important that you play the bass drum 1, 2, 3, 4, and hi-hat 2 and 4. Watch. So what it amounts to is a 5-stroke roll. And you see the level in there, and that comes from the ground 0. The 5-stroke roll is this. But notice the level in there. And if I didn't mention the level to you to nail that accent, you would naturally hit that, lift it up and bring it down. But what I'm doing is I'm dissecting it, taking it apart, and showing you the motion. And if you maintain that motion, it's going to get stronger and cleaner. So you have line 1. Now, I get comments or compliments, so to speak, and comments. Nice molar. Huh. I don't teach molar. I don't even know what the hell it is. It's a name labeled on the laws of physics. Okay, now let's go to line 2. It's an interpretation of line 2 from the stick control book. I look at line 2, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so I eliminate the does and it gives me just the rights. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and So now I'm going to roll over to the da without the feet. 1 and 1 and So now we took the 5-stroke roll and we shifted it. What's this one? Well, you can call it common sense, and you know that's a good term, but everybody labels it molar. Ha! It's the laws of physics. Jesus, does everybody follow me so far? We're doing line number 2. Once you feel it, put the bass drum in. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and Got it? All right, we go to line 3. It's the same thing as the control book. Man, that book follows you all over, no matter if you're playing funk, rock, jazz, or Latin. It's there. So line 3 now, in the stick control book is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Swinging it, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Eliminating the lefts, I get 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and excuse me. So, to interpret that with the triplet roll, look at line 3, and I'm accenting the counts of 1 da and 3 da. So I have full stroke. 1 and da. Do it again. Do we understand it? So the slower you do it, line number 3. 1 and So get the feel for these first. And once you get the feel, maybe the first 2 pages, tell me, and then we'll go do a drum set application on it. Do we all understand where I'm getting the triplet roll, how I'm developing the exercises from the stick control book? Because bottom line is, the brilliance of George Lawrence Stone is being infested in you. That's like Renzo said, common sense. Renzo understands it. Okay, Paul, do you understand it? Now the thing is, take each line separately. Do it over and over and over again. Then you put the challenge on. Number 1, 2, 3, all the way down to, say, number 6, without stopping, and go back to the top, unless you want to continue the formulas, because they are all different, and they all have their own characteristic. Now, I just took this from the stick control book, but you can do the same interpretation with the syncopation book. Next time we hit formula number 8, you will have a sheet of this particular approach with a few different lines of the syncopation. So we all understand it. Then you want to actually say, okay, we don't want to do the boring thing all the time, practicing on one surface or just playing the rights on the floor tom or the lefts on the floor, the lefts on the small tom. Play, 1 and 2, 3, 4. Dane, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm going to do a whole break, then I have another book in process. It's all 40 rudiments down to ground zero to actual plain application with the levels. I don't know how many pages it's going to be, but it will be for sale when I finish. Now, I've been working along all, besides practicing and teaching and writing and all good stuff, with my web designer guy. I don't know if anybody here has had any experience with anybody who does web design or does computers. But when you have a conversation with him or them or her, it's like you're talking to a computer with that language. I have no idea what they're talking about. So I have half of it done so far. And it's if you go to my site, you will see membership options. I have a 1 month, a 6 month, and a yearly option. All right, the 1 year, the 1 month, month to month reoccurring stays the same. The 6. Okay, here we go, problems. It's back. That's the internet. Anyway, if you're a member already at $19.99 and you want to go to the 6 month or a year, you cannot use the same email. You have to use a different email. We're back. Okay. Okay, you got it? I don't know what the hell's going on, the overload. But anyway, I don't want to go too much further. Renzo, did you understand it? Old dog, Stacy, Jim, Robert, Paul, Hoist, Dennis, did you understand it? Today's lesson? So now, like I was saying, if you guys want to decide to change it, or you're a member for $19.99, well, fine. Keep it there. If you decide you want to go to 6 months or a year, you cannot use the same email. All right, now, you have to use a different email. So what you need to do, okay, I'm trying to get my thoughts back. If you live outside the U.S., there is no possibility of you getting a hard copy. If you do, you're going to have to pay for the shipping. Now also, and it'll probably be done tomorrow or Thursday, there'll be additional books for sale. All right, the books are all from Hudson Music and myself. So you buy something from Hudson Music, it'll take you right there. Come on, phone, please, geez. All right, any questions, any problems? Sorry about all the interruptions today and the internet. When we get all of this gone, everybody goes back to work. There won't be so much traffic on the internet. So I do apologize. Anything you want me to go over? Okay, we started the formula number 8. We're going to stay on it tonight, and plus the paradiddles from the Wilcoxon book. We'll stay on all of this for a few days. Next week, Monday, guys, think about what formula you want and what you want to do. I mean, I have lessons, all backed up. It's not a problem, but I'm here to help you. Now, the videos, please, man, you guys have a camera? Make a video of a paradiddle, doubles, ostinato patterns. Help me help you. What do we have here? I know you do, Robert. You're a good man. Jim, Old Dog, Renzo, Stacy, Dennis, Paul, and Hoist. All good guys. Okay, now, does that do anything for you the way I set up the registration for the online lessons? Because I'm not going to, come June, I am not going to do so many free lessons. They're all going to be from my site. You're welcome, guys. I will. I will, Stacy. And I will, Robert. Jim, next month you're due for the 6 month thing, all right? So if you want to sign up now for 6 months, do it. All right, the question is, what beats per minute do I recommend? Well, I don't know. What if I said 280? Huh. You take a tempo, Dennis, that you're extremely relaxed, totally comfortable, and understand what you're doing. That's the tempo you give me. And from that point, and you stay there for a while, that's the point you will grow. Okay, so I'm gonna log out, gonna get some lunch, cut the lawn, take a shower, lay down for an hour, and do some more business. Okay, so guys, have a rest of a good day. See you tonight at 7 p.m. on this channel. Okay, guys.